Welcome back, my dear friends. I'm going to ask you in just a minute if you have anything that you'd like to share. But before I do that, I just want to read something from our book just briefly. This is on page 51. It's right at the end of Fear, right at the end of what we were reading. The source for Wisdom Code 5 is one of the Upanishads, the Kathopanishad or Katha Upanishad, which is dedicated specifically to secrets of spirituality and meditation. Oh boy, there's that word, meditation. With this classification in mind, the content of this wisdom code should come as no surprise regarding the universal fear of becoming nothing. It states, the soul is not born, nor does it die. It does not spring from something, and nothing sprang from it. It is unborn, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. So the soul is not born, nor does it die. It does not spring from something, and nothing springs from it. It is unborn, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. Just want to keep reminding us again and again and again. If you just use this up here, you'll say, well, my uncle or my mom or dad or my grandfather died, and therefore we buried the body and they're gone. They're only gone because you've let them be gone, because you're no longer willing to be in touch with them. They haven't gone anywhere because there isn't anywhere else than here. They're still right here. And if you're willing to be in touch with them, they're still here. And soon enough, we will be on that side again too, for a little bit, and then bouncing back into another incarnation in another dimension somewhere else. Tell me what happened in the breakout rooms. If something wonderful occurred, something that was more remarkable, this is a chance for you to say that. Dun, 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 da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Time's up.
That, Carolyn?
I just wanted to say that in our breakout room, there was so much that happened that I related to everybody in the group, and like everything that they were saying was wonderful, and it was really, really interesting and relative to what, Robert had been talking about. And yeah, it was just like a beautiful learning session for me anyway. I really, really appreciated it. I really, really liked it because everybody has such good points to make, and I related to them. And I learned, like each breakout room you learn when you're with other people and getting other points of view, etc., or somebody opens up about some of their deeper feelings or whatever, and it starts making you feel so human and so close to everybody else. We're all one kind of thing. It makes you feel more like that. It really does.
Carolyn, my dear, you are definitely on your path. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have Nancy up next.
Come up, Nance.
Hi, Bob, and thank you for calling me Nance. Nobody does that. I love it. That's my nickname.
All right.
Anyway, we had a fabulous group too. There was 4 of us, and we really connected deeply. That's one of the words. We had graceful, we had love, we had deep, and I'm sorry, Marilyn, I forget your word, but anyways, we just had a great time. One of the things that came up that we remembered when you were talking about how cells replace themselves immediately. So you're ongoing, you're never really dying, as you say, you're keeping on going. So my question is, why is it that when we die, do we not know when or remember dying or being reborn with all the memories that were left behind? When we say, gee, I wish I knew then what I know now. Why is it that we lose that?
Yes.
I know there must be an answer, but gee.
Well, there is an answer. And this is what I think is the answer. We come into each incarnation to learn and to grow through this set of circumstances. We can't bring the memory of old circumstances with us. And people that do past life regressions, bless you, forgive me for saying this about you, but it is not for me to ask what my life was before birth, but what my life will be like after birth. Are you a mom, Nancy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then you know this. When kids come in, they've already got this wisdom intact.
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, well, where did that come from?
Yeah.
They already have all this wisdom intact. So when they come into the game, they already have a lot of lessons learned before and a lot of wisdom stacked inside of them. They brought that with them. They didn't bring the circumstances, and they shouldn't have, because that is not in their business anymore. Now they're going to take this wisdom and apply it to a new set of circumstances and grow even greater in wisdom and joy. So they shouldn't be remembering the circumstances of before. And I've gone back in a past life and saw myself in a certain situation, and yes, it was fun and it was interesting, and it's relative to nothing. I lived that life, and that life is gone and done. This is the life I'm living now. This is where my focus is now. Because from the great void of God, the great presence, that great realm, I am extruded from that and spirit to create a mind, which then creates a body, and then that body mind goes through a set of circumstances and experiences in this realm and grows through wisdom and joy, and all of that wisdom goes back, and joy goes back into the mothership, if you will, and exalts it and grows it, which is why I say, and I know I'm getting on my soapbox here, so forgive me, but it's why I say that if you want to worship God, live your life and be you. Don't get down on your knees and grovel and look at the sky. That's baloney. God doesn't want anybody kissing his butt. God wants you to be you, to live you. That's how we worship God, to pour that energy of love and joy and wisdom back into God, back into the mothership by living our lives fully. So
thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. That was my word this week, was love, because I feel that when I give it, I receive it. And it's just such a joy to watch people and to watch animals and everything. You give it because you give it from your heart. That's when you know you receive it.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Nance.
One of our participants wanted Nance to know that her words were graceful and flow.
I saw that on the screen. Thank you.
And we have Susan Sue up next.
Okay, Sue.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me okay?
Perfectly.
Okay. I just wanted to say, Bob, I really, really appreciate the breakout rooms. I felt so comfortable in our breakout room, and it's this, I'll call it exercise of finding a word. And as we talked about it, I started to realize even more how important it is for us to have the opportunity to vocalize our words. It is a vibration. There are electric charges with some of the words, but as a participant, I live alone, so unless I phone somebody or talk to myself, I'm not going to be using the word, and it may well be that I won't think of using it. But certainly in this wonderful, safe environment of the breakout rooms, it's wonderful to verbalize and to listen. And when I'm hearing other people, I'm looking inward and seeing how I'm growing or not. So thank you for setting this up this way. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Sue. Thank you. And Sue, the next time you're in a breakout room, get some phone numbers. And
I'm hesitant to do that over Zoom. But yes, sometimes we have exchanged on the chat.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, love you. Okay, my dear friends. The time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things, of ships and shoes and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. Who's that from? Oh, come on. Alice in Wonderland.
Here we go.
Hey, Dwayne, my
Hey.
brother. There you are
I
in
lost my
person.
raise my hand button. I don't have it. That's why I had
Nice
it when I
to-
started, but I didn't have it at the end.
Nice to see you, my brother.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Good.
It was good to
Good.
be here tonight because it's been a while since I've sat in with people from Unity and from just established spiritual community. So it was, but I experienced something very different tonight within the group, is that I saw people from a different perspective than I ever have before. Was that I was seeing them from spirit's perspective, not so much my own. And that I was seeing their heart. I was seeing the changes that were taking place in them. I was feeling it from them. And it was literally changing me as well. And so it was like very different for me to be among the people, which I'm glad that I did come in and follow Spirit. The Spirit said, start to get back into community because you need to, because of what is to be done later on with Spirit.
Dwayne, we so love you. Welcome home, buddy.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Janet, were you going to ask everyone to go to gallery view?
Yes, I'm going to do that as well. People asked about the Lord's Prayer that Bob did last week. So it is up on the Unity website as well. I've put it in the chat right now. If you want to copy and paste it yourself right now, you can do that. But we're going into gallery view now. I'm unmuted. Everybody's getting unmuted. So we can say goodnight.
Okay.
Love you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Love you too. Thank
Thank
you.
Good, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.
Everybody.
Till next time. Bye.
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 Aloha.
Bye. Thank you all.
See you Sunday morning.
Night.
See you Sunday morning.
Thank
See you
you.
then.